Now, I know when it comes to broadcasting, the major question is what in the world should I start broadcasting? I have no idea what people want to look at, what they want to watch, and I have no idea what to talk about. Okay, so with this video, we're going to talk about the 9 different types of broadcast that you could do and give you some ideas of what you could implement and what you could start using Periscope to do for your business. So the first one is a behind the scenes look. Now, besides showing what goes on around the office, you could also use Periscope for a behind the scenes look at your products. It could be as simple as showing how a product is made to strengthen the customer's trust in your brand. And this method lets the people viewing your Periscope broadcast feel like they are an insider into your business and into your world. They get to see a walkthrough of how your product is made in real time. And not only does this show the quality, but it can also give them a more trusting feeling that your other customers don't have, just because you took them behind the scenes and showed them how something was made, how something was created, and let them get a first-hand look at that. Next up, we have product demos, and this is one of the most popular types of broadcasts that businesses do. Now, Periscope is a great way to market your products more effectively by giving a live demo of how your product works. Now, sometimes a photo on a website, it just can't fully explain how the product works, and only a video or a live broadcast can do that. By demonstrating your product on a Periscope broadcast, your viewers, they can see exactly how it works, and what's more important, the slightly rough and ready feel of Periscope makes the product demonstrations feel more real and unrehearsed, giving the impression that your product really is that easy to use. Now, this is especially useful if you have a niche product or a high-tech product that might seem like it's tough to use. This Periscope broadcast can diminish those worries. In addition to the product demos, you can also show live tutorials or hold live training sessions. Now, this is something that I like to do frequently on my Periscope. I believe teaching someone something of value for free is a certified way to position yourself as an expert and an authority in your industry. Now, doing so has added the benefit of potentially growing your followers and your customers. Because when you give something of value to someone for free, not only will they follow you, but they will tell others about you as well. And this is also a way to showcase what it is like to work with you. So when people love your type of training and tutorials, they can definitely look for your website and more information about your products and your services. Next up, we have live events. So as you know, Periscope lets audiences watch from all over the world, even if they can't attend in person. So for example, StartupPop.com, which is a company that holds monthly startup events that allows 10 companies to pitch in front of a panel of investors, has found success reaching a wider audience by broadcasting to them via Periscope. So this is great if you are having business meetings or any type of event where you have a lot of people come out and watch keynote speakers and authority figures in that niche. You could Periscope the entire thing for all the people who couldn't make it to the event. The next type of broadcast that we have is the live questions and answers. So Periscope is also an easy, convenient way to interact with your customers with live Q&A sessions. Now, this method does 2 things. The first is that it lets your customers and clients see you showcase your experience and expertise in a quick and real manner. The second is thinking on your toes back and forth can really reinforce your knowledge better than any web page, Q&A, or support page. No recorded videos can do that in real time. And in particular, it's a great way for service providers to establish authority and expertise in their field. There is no stronger connection than allowing your customers or potential customers to come in, ask you live questions about your products and services, and having you answer them one-on-one. And just like the live Q&A sessions, you can also hold live webinars on your Periscope. Now, this is both easy and cost-effective, and you don't need any tech skills or to pay for any fancy webinar software, while also giving you the chance to boost your engagement. Now, Periscope broadcasts can effectively be low-tech, simple webinars when you look at the benefits they offer. Doing a webinar on Periscope doesn't just offer a visual impact, it's also an opportunity for your audiences to ask questions and leave comments, which allows you to immediately respond in real time. It's a valuable learning opportunity for businesses as you are able to hear the questions and concerns of your customers and your clients. Next up, we have announcements. So whether you are unveiling a new product or hosting a special event, you can make customers feel special by announcing it first on Periscope. Because, as I'm sure you know, people love getting the inside scoop on things. And when you announce that you are launching a new product, especially when Periscope gets to hear it first, it makes it an exclusive community. And you can kind of say things like, you heard it here first on Periscope, and it makes them feel special. And it's also a great way to increase followers and keep people on their toes about what you have coming next. Next, we have exclusive offers. Now, people also love discounts and giveaways. Now, similar to the Periscope launches we just talked about, you can also make customers feel extra special and boost your sales with exclusive Periscope-only offers. Offering a Periscope-based discount also allows you to track what is and what isn't working. You can run fire sales, you can have weekend discounts that expire over the weekend, or you can have just a discount for Periscope users altogether and give them a special URL to go to, maybe yourwebsite.com/Periscope or something like that. And you can track how many sales you are making from your Periscope users. And this allows you to measure the engagement and whether it's working or not, and if you need to try something else on your Periscope broadcast. And last but not least, we have customer service and a one-on-one experience. Now, there are several ways to provide customer support over social media, such as Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and even all those third-party apps. And now, you can add Periscope to that list. This allows you to provide a personalized experience for customers that is interactive, informative, and fun. Being able to do a live, private broadcast with a customer and answering their questions on a one-on-one basis allows you to interact with them in ways that you would never be able to imagine. And the trust and the authority that builds, not to mention the loyalty that your customer is going to have with you, is just outstanding. And I honestly believe that there is no better way to provide a one-on-one customer experience than doing a live broadcast with them and answering their questions. Timing your broadcast means everything. Now, in blogging, the time doesn't matter because you can publish something at 3 a.m. and schedule it to launch at 2 p.m. Now, with live broadcast, it's not nearly the same thing. So for businesses, consider your target personas, and if they are all at work, slaving away, you won't have much success in them catching your broadcast if you do it at 1 p.m. per se. Maybe doing your broadcast in the evening when everyone's off work and after dinner time would be much better for your target demographic. So consider the time of day and the audience you want to reach. And if you're unsure of which time of day is best, then I recommend that you study your Twitter analytics. Now, Periscope is connected to Twitter, and that's where you'll be promoting your broadcast primarily, is to your Twitter followers. So we can use the Twitter analytics to find out exactly when our users are most likely to watch our broadcast. Once we are inside of our Twitter analytics, we will be able to see things like what time of day our users are engaging with our content. And that right there will just give us an idea of what time of day we can broadcast and most likely get the most action and engagement with our broadcast. For example, you can view the engagement stats for your tweets inside of your analytics. This allows you to see the impressions, the engagements, and the engagement rate for each individual tweet, both for your paid or your organic post. Now, the engagement includes all the activity for that tweet. This includes the retweets, the follows, the replies, the favorites, and all the clicks on that tweet, whether it's a link, a hashtag, or your avatar, or whatever it is. So for example, in this screenshot here, you can see we are mousing over some of our impressions, and at 5 p.m. we had 544 impressions on this tweet. So we know at 5 p.m. a lot of our users were logged on and seen our tweet. And we can also see between 4 and 6 p.m. is when the majority of our users were engaged with our tweet. That there is a huge sign of when I could most likely do a live broadcast on Periscope and get the most engagement. It would be between 4 and 6 according to this screenshot. We can also get to know our followers in general. So the Twitter Analytics, they have a followers tab that contains a ton of valuable and useful insights for your audience. And this is where you can really get to know the people who follow you. You'll find answers to questions like, is my audience most likely male or female? Which countries and cities are the majority of them from? What are their top interests? How much money do they make? Do they have any kids? And things like that. And knowing which cities and which countries they are from is huge, since we are trying to figure out when is the best time to broadcast. Depending on where the majority of your audience is, if they're in a different country, then you need to take a look at their time zone as well and make sure that you can broadcast during a time that is optimal for them. Here is another graph of the time of day versus the tweet engagement. And pretty much it's laid out so that throughout the day, you're seeing how much tweet engagement I am receiving on my tweets. Now, of course, with this image, I am receiving a lot of engagement pretty steady throughout the entire day. And that's because I have an audience from all over the world. So all throughout the day, I have parts of my audience online engaging with my tweets. But your profile, most likely, you're going to have a certain time of day where all of your engagement is taking place. And that's the time of day that you want to try to broadcast, because that's when your users are online, they're on Twitter, and they are engaging with your content. So load up your Twitter Analytics and head over and view your engagement stats and see what time of day your followers are most likely to be online, and then try to broadcast at that time. When you're doing a live broadcast, it's not the same as creating a video and then uploading it to YouTube later on and having people watch it. When you're doing a live broadcast, you actually have people watching you and engaging with your content, and you have to be able to interact with them back on a real-time basis. So with this video, I'm going to be showing you some common things that you're going to be experiencing when you're broadcasting and how to handle those things. Now, this is important because your interaction builds authority with your viewers. As long as you sound like an expert and come off as an expert in your niche, it's going to build tremendous authority with the people who are watching. So the first thing you need to be doing is responding to your comments. Now, your comments are going to be popping up on the left-hand side of your screen, as you can see in the screenshot here from Jimmy Fallon. And when someone leaves a comment or feedback on your videos, be sure to respond to them. Now, as I said, these messages are going to appear in a chat stream coming from the lower left of your screen, and they're going to kind of fade up and then kind of visibly go away as they get higher. Now, you can respond to these comments by either just acknowledging when someone says hi, saying hi back to them. You can actually chat back to them and type a comment yourself, or just speak directly to them in your video. I recommend speaking directly back to them, mentioning their name, what their question was, and then answering it so the rest of your viewers know who you're talking to and what the question was at the beginning. You also need to show appreciation for your hearts. Now, people who are watching your video broadcast, they can send you a heart to show that they like what they are seeing. Now, the more people who like your broadcast, the more hearts that you're going to see all over your screen in the bottom right-hand corner, as you can see from this screenshot. So just be sure to kind of appreciate that by thanking them when you see some hearts. Now, obviously, you can't keep thanking nonstop. If you're getting hearts nonstop, every few minutes, just kind of take a moment and thank them for showing love and support for your broadcast. So that way, they keep giving you more hearts and more love. And as of right now, that's one of the main ways to track how well people's broadcasts are doing, is to look at how many hearts they have received. I also recommend that you follow other people. Now, just like on Twitter, you should watch and follow other people on Periscope. Now, the majority of the time, they might follow you back, and you should also view other people's broadcast and follow the active people on their broadcast. So as you're watching a broadcast, you can click on all the people who are currently watching as well. And if someone keeps commenting nonstop and giving hearts, maybe you should follow them, and hopefully they're going to follow you back And that's great because you want as many followers as you can get that are extremely active with leaving comments, leaving hearts, asking you questions, and engaging with your broadcast. And last but not least, you want to make sure that you tweet consistently. Now, since Periscope is linked up with Twitter, and when you go live on Periscope, it's going to tweet a link for you live to your followers, you need to make sure that you tweet consistently so that you actually have followers on Twitter. Now, no one is going to follow or engage with an account that tweets twice per year, okay? So try to tweet every single day. If you are unable to tweet every day, try to schedule your tweets in advance using a service like TweetDeck or Hootsuite. And that way you can sit down for an afternoon or one evening and schedule some tweets for the next week or so. And that way that allows you to focus on your business and focus on your broadcast. And staying consistent means your followers are going to keep up with your tweets. And when you go live on your broadcast and Twitter automatically makes that tweet for you, your followers are more likely to engage with that tweet and start watching your broadcast. Now, this here is going to be one of the most important videos that you are going to watch about Periscope. Okay, it's very important, and that is that you need to back up your broadcast. Now, with Periscope, how it works is that you create a live broadcast, and then Periscope saves it for the next 24 hours, and then it gets deleted. Okay, that's no good, especially for businesses like you and me. So what you can do, though, is you can head into your settings on Periscope, and one of the options is to auto save your broadcast, and this is going to save it to your phone. Now, I really recommend that you turn this on so that way we can use these broadcasts as evergreen content and post them to our website and to our YouTube channel and things like that. So head into your settings, and you're going to see an option like you see in the screenshot here, and make sure you turn on the auto save broadcast. Now, there's also plugins and tools out there that will automatically save your broadcast for you and upload it to your website. You can check those out if you want to. But using this method here, it will save it to your phone, and then later on, you can take it from your phone and you can upload it to YouTube, for example. I highly, highly, highly recommend you do this, especially if you are any type of business and you are using Periscope to do tutorials, live events, anything that is about your business. You need to save that Periscope and you need to upload it to your YouTube account. That there is evergreen content for the rest of your life. And using proper titles and headlines and keywords, people are going to find this content about your business years down the road, and that's going to lead them into your website and into your funnel. So every single broadcast that you do, you need to save it, you need to back it up, and you need to upload it to your YouTube account. Also, what you can do is you can share this content across your other accounts. Upload it to your WordPress website, your blog, make an article about it, a new blog post about it, share it on your Facebook fan page and within your Facebook groups so they can watch it as well. And be sure to retweet about it once you finish going live. You can tweet out about it later on. It can be weeks or months down the road if you ever need to reference back to that content that you talked about in that Periscope. Then you can tweet about it or use the other methods that we just mentioned. So this is evergreen content. You do not want to lose your broadcast after 24 hours. So make sure you back them up, upload them to YouTube, and then share them across your different media accounts and your websites. With this video, I just want to talk about a cool little method that you can try to implement when you are doing your Periscope broadcast to really capture the attention of a lot of people. And we're going to do this by basing our Periscope around what's currently popular, okay? So for example, on Twitter, you're going to notice that they have a trending section. And in the screenshot here, you can see currently, as I took the screenshot, that was trending on Twitter. All those topics were currently being talked about on Twitter a lot by a lot of people. So basically what the idea here is is that if you see something that is trending that you can relate to your business and relate it to your broadcast, then you want to make sure that you include that hashtag or whatever is trending inside of your tweet or inside of your Periscope title to really capture the attention of that wave of traffic that is currently going around and talking about that subject. So for example, at the bottom there, you're going to see the iPhone 6S. So it was just announced recently and a lot of people are talking about it. So if you are doing some type of tech broadcast where you talk about, new gadgets, new phones, things like that, then you should definitely do a broadcast about the iPhone 6S. Make sure that you use the hashtag iPhone 6S in your title, use it in your tweet, and that alone is going to help you get noticed by a lot of people who are currently looking for and talking about the iPhone 6S. So I recommend that you head over to Twitter and you keep up to date with what's trending and always keep an eye out and see if something is currently trending that you can incorporate in your business and then talk about it on a broadcast. And not only can you use the Twitter trends, you can also use the Google trends. And I took a quick screenshot here so you can see what is currently being talked about at this current moment. Now, of course, the Google Trends is what is trending on Google itself, not just Twitter. And again, you can kind of go through here and see what is currently trending, what everyone is talking about, and then see if you can include that in your business broadcast somehow. Now, a great thing you can also do on Google Trends, and you can also do it on Twitter Trends, is you can dive deep down into a specific city or state and see what is trending in just that city or state. So that's great if your business is locally based, or you are just wanting to target a certain region, a city, a state, a region, a country. No matter what it is, you can kind of dive in there and see what's trending in just that area. Now, I feel like this goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyways. If you are going to use something that is currently trending, you need to make sure that your broadcast is actually about that trend. So for example, on this Google Trends screenshot here, we can see number one is the Washington Redskins and the New York Giants football game that just happened this past Thursday night. So if I were to use that in my title or use some type of hashtag New York Giants, Redskins games, or any combination of that, and I have a real big football fanatic come and watch my broadcast, and then they find out that I'm talking about Facebook advertising and nothing to do with football, then that's not good for business, and you can guarantee that person is never going to come back to my broadcast, and they're never going to share my broadcast. So if you use this method here, find something that relates to your business or find something that you can somehow include in your business discussion, and that's just a little cool, sneaky way that you can take advantage of a lot of traffic that's currently going around based on what's currently trending.